Today we're back with another power station, the ALLPOWERS S700. Man, ALLPOWERS. I kind of want to always say it like ALLPOWERS or something dramatic. I don't know, it's just got one of those names. Like how I want to say Bluetti, like Bluetti. So this is the ALLPOWERS S700. Right, let's take it out of its box and look at it and then take it apart. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I want to say this is from the more budget-friendly end of the power station spectrum, but it's not really. They're all almost all very similarly priced. I also apologise if you can hear the rain battering off the roof, because, hey, guess what? We're in Scotland and it's raining again. Oh, an instruction manual. I'll be sure to keep that for later. Hello? Please come out. Have I opened this upside down again? No, it's just very tight. Oh, okay. The outside box is a lot bigger than the inside box. I was expecting... I thought it would be bigger. That's what she said. So, here's one. Undo. I think that's everything in the box. Yep. Alright. Here is our ALLPOWERS S700. It looks remarkably like a lead acid battery in size and appearance. I wonder if that was deliberate. Might be deliberate. No? What is in this smaller black box? It is power brick. A power brick and nothing else. Wow, okay. Right. Have I missed like a DC charger? No, not in that bit. Wait, where's the other foamy bit? No, not in there either. So, no 12 volt cigarette lighter charging. Maybe it doesn't support 12 volt cigarette lighter charging like the Power Oak. The big Power Oak didn't support 12 volt charging. I mean, it's got Anderson connectors there. We've got Anderson connectors there. We've got another sort of barrel style connector for there. We've got our 12 volt. Wow, that's really, oh Jesus, that's in there. 12 volt output cigarette lighter. Oh, we'll be testing that. And that unit now, where's the, I was going to say, it's quite weighty, but it's not tremendously. Does it say on the back? 7.5 kilo, seven net weight, 5.4 kilos. Yeah, I'll give it that. Well, I'm just going to read the stuff off the back. Lithium ion battery. Well, that's a bit vague. What kind of lithium ion? We'll find out once we get in there. 606 watt hours. 700 watt output, 1400 surge, good. DC output, 12 volt, 5 amps. Oh, that's not going to run a diesel heater. Still going to plug it in and try though. No, wait, DC, oh no, 12 volt car outlet, 12 volt, 10 amps. Oh, we've got to see if we can get the diesel heater to run off that. Splendid. USBs, USB-C, oh yeah, 100 watt output for the USB-C maximum. That's a fairly standard thing. So the main thing we're going to be looking at when we take it apart is if they are lithium iron phosphate lithium ion batteries, or you're just typical nickel, manganese, cobalt style of batteries, as it does not say on it. I wonder if it's charged. I'll just go ahead and assume it's charged. Right, let's take it apart. Okay, I have employed the pink cloth of safety. I like this handle. It's very simple and very effective. It's got an orange rubber grip underneath that you can see there, but that acts as an anti-vibration because you have to actually squash it into place, and then your handle doesn't rattle. Granted, it takes a bit of effort. Could have done with perhaps a small cutout there so you could get a finger under, but it's very simple. And it's very I like it. It's a very simple thing. So this looks like 4 screws under here, and hopefully we'll get in. So let's take the feet off. Hope there's a screw under here. Yes, there is. Oh, hex heads. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yep, they screw the two halves together. Is that copper slip, or is that just... I don't know, it's kind of got a gold... see the tip over there? Golden coloured? Don't know if that's golden copper slip colour, or golden, I don't know, sawdust. No, that's not... that one's not got it, so it might be entirely unrelated. Hey, if we're really lucky, and we'll just open this and the batteries will be right at the bottom. Is that... no, it's just very shiny. You know the way it looks like it's got a coating on it, but it's actually just very, very shiny. Why does this feel like the... oh, there it goes. Whoa, hey, ho, ho, it's like in 3 parts here. Hello, beautiful. Right, okay, so that's the main power for the AC. Which, please, someone remind me to plug it back in so I don't have to take it apart twice to do it. Yeah. Let me spin you around a little bit so I can get this other little bad boy unplugged. Right, and that takes out the... it's the cooling fan. So in the top, very most top piece, one cooling fan, our AC outputs, noticeably with no earth pin whatsoever. A little bit of nice hot glue / silicone to keep the wires in place. At least I'll give them that. The hinge is actually held on with metal pins all the way through. I'll give them that. Metal pins, always approved. Looking inside, wait, come with me. I'm going to say that's a fairly typical layout that we've seen before. Big heatsink in line with another cooling fan. Yeah. Do have what appears to be, yeah, we're going to say, yep, they've got temperature sensors on the heatsinks. Give them that. Nice big wires from the power, the battery side. Okay, right. Gonna say, not seeing anything that would resemble a conformal coating on any of this at all. Not just me, no. Not even on the USB port, so wouldn't get this wet at all if you can avoid it. But yeah, apart from that. So going by the name there, AC750W, I'm going to guess this is part of the inverter output. Well, it must be the inverter output because we've got the mains output there. So we've got transformers and MOSFETs, etc., turning the DC into AC and smoothing the voltage and unsmoothing it, and you know, blah 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 blah. But no conformal coating, right? Alright, I need more hands. I'll bring you down a bit as well. That's a little bit. Right, and that should let us into the next section down. Oh, hello. Right, okay then. So that's just kind of in there. Is there enough room for us to flip right over? No, not really. I'll just bend this out of the way and unplug it. Okay, that one and that one. Right. And then another smaller one in here, which has got a little bit of goo around about it. Right, and that lets you take the whole top cover off the... Right, okay, riddle me this. I don't see any conformal coating on this top inverter sideboard, but there appears to be... I don't know, can you see in the video, in the camera shot? There's like conformal coating on the underboard. On the underside, so that's got conformal coating on that side, but I don't see it on the other side of the board. It's hard to see inside, but perhaps this top board is a generic board you just buy. Like, let's say if you're building the, you know, the battery pack bit and your bottom boards, you can conformally coat them. But if you're just ordering these boards from your supplier, they just come as is, hence they look rather similar, like between all the power banks. That, though, gets us down to the battery pack. Just lie still. And the battery pack, I can see 4 screws, which I'm going to unscrew, and then we'll get... Alright, that's one thing. So I've noticed 3 separate fans in this. So there is a fan in here for cooling the cells. You can see there the purpley pink ones. So we've got a fan for the cells, we've got a fan for actual forced cooling over there, and we've got another separate fan which hopefully is circulating or sucking all the hot air out of the way. It's nice that someone actually thought a bit further in the cooling aspects. Right, I'll take these screws out. 4 screws holding the batteries in, so now we should just be able to lift the whole battery. Oh no, there. They have taped the connector onto the thing. Let me just very gently break the tape. There we go. Right, this time. Hop. Anything? Nope, nothing. Right, so under this piece of... Why has that been cut and retaped? But just there, okay? We agree? This tape here can been cut and then retaped with clear tape over the top of it. I know we're going to do the same thing, but we're gonna cut it and retape it. Once I find my scissors, hold on. One moment, please. For again, this battery pack appears to have its own battery management board on top of it again, so we'll just snip that there and snip that there carefully. Okay, the battery management board. So we've got a big connector and a little connector, and what do you suppose, why are they different? Oh no, they're not. So positive, positive, negative, negative. Why is there a small connector and a big connector? Is the big connector, is it purely running the AC side and the little small ones run the DC side? Is that perhaps, would that make sense? We'll go back and investigate that board, but that looks like just some nice battery management. I don't see any names of anything. There's a number up there. YCAP4S700W. Right, suppose we should find out what kind of cells these are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 40 cells in here. Let's go and Google this name, number, whatever it is. Let me put that down now. All I should do is stick the cover back over. There we go. You'd never know what'd been in there. You'll never know. Right. That's calculator. Let's look for the name. LXD 21700 dash. Nope, that's not the right one. Dash, even. Can just get a dash. Dash 40P3. What does that bring us up? Rechargeable lithium ion battery. Cylindrical, 4,000 milliamp hours, supposedly. Well, let's see what kind of batteries it is. Let me see. Well, the fact that it's not shouting lithium iron phosphate from the rooftops would make me think that it's just a standard nickel manganese cobalt battery. Okay, so that was the only bit we found, was the one on Alibaba for the LXD 21700 40P3, which, so does it say 40P3 in the title anywhere? Or in 3,900 milliamp hours, 4,000. I'm gonna put this on screen for you so you can see it. 12.5 amps maximum continuous current. Nothing else exciting, is there? Nope. They appear to be just standard nickel manganese cobalt. They don't mention being lithium iron phosphate in any way, shape or form, so we shall just assume That there, nickel, manganese, cobalt. I'm going to give you your own shot of the numbers so you can go and look up yourself. LXD 21700 40, that might be 40, 40P3 VD 3.6. And as I say, there's 40 of them in there. We shall now put this all back together again and turn it on and make it do things and see if it does the things that we wanted to do. I'll bring you back once I'm reassembled. Okay, actually before we go ahead and reassemble it, let's just do some probing with the multimeter. So straight onto the battery terminals off the battery. We get 4 volts. 4 volts coming straight off. Let me just check the little one as well. If it's the same 4 volts. Now I see this initial spike at 5 volts and then it falls off to 4. Is that the true battery voltage? Right, let's put it all back together up to the circuit board part, and then we'll turn it on and then we'll take a voltage reading if we can see any bits to probe into. Well, I suppose this brings me back to why I should probably test things before I take them apart. I mean, you saw me, there's literally like 3 connectors underneath these batteries, and all I did was unplug the battery and plug it back in again, and it won't turn on. I wonder, perhaps, if it will charge. If it will not turn on, will it charge? DC input is on the side, round here. I'll plug that in, and go! Hey, lights! Okay, maybe that's what's wrong. According to the display, the battery is absolutely flat. Right, okay, so I'm going to come back once this is fully charged, and then we'll run the rest of the tests. I haven't received a power supply that was absolutely dead flat before. I mean, there we are, 0%. And the timer's not doing anything. You can see the wattage slowly climbing there, obviously, because those batteries must be dead flat if it's having to ramp the input voltage down. No, so the input current up. Okay, now there's also, you can see a green LED flashing on one of the boards. Any other lights? Don't see any other lights. Alright, as I said, we'll come back once this is actually charged. Well, it's the next day and it's now fully charged. Press that button briefly, turns it on, and doing nothing, the display says it's got 300 hours. Is that 300 hours or 300 minutes? Presume it's going to be hours. 300 hours of doing nothing. But that's fair enough. Let's actually unplug the DC. So 2 lights on the side. Strange enough, turning a light on brings the count down to 142 minutes. So like a couple of watt LEDs. So that 300, that's lies. It's pure lies. Right, we are still disconnected. I mean unscrewed, not disconnected. Because we want to probe the battery voltage now that it's fully charged. So we've got a fangle here in a fangle. Hold on. So we've got a nice big battery positive there, and I can see the ground here, and we have 16.6 volts. So that's a lot better than 4 that way. So that's the big power connection. Now where's the small power connection? Where did it go? Because remember we saw there's the big meaty one coming off the battery and there's also another small one. But I do not see where it goes. It goes onto the underside board somewhere. And I am unable to get to it to probe it. But we'll just presume it's the same 16 volts running the DC side of the board and not attached directly to the AC side. Now even though this is turned off, there's still an LED flashing away inside there. And I wonder if perhaps that is for the Bluetooth app, as this has a Bluetooth app. Now let me get my phone again. I haven't gone and got the app, so we're going to go and get this app right now. Let's go to the, well, not the Play Store. Let's use Google Lens, see if this works. Let me search with my camera. Let me search there. That should take us to Play Store, and it's the ALLPOWERS app. Well, that's handy. What does it say to do? Press it on and off. While it's on, press 3 seconds until you see the Bluetooth icon. So if we turn it, sure, allow. I'm going to turn it on. We're going to press and hold for 3 seconds. And indeed, we do have the Bluetooth icon. We're going to tap Add. Done that. Next step. Just while using the app. Dun, 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 dun. And it crashed instantly. Smashing. Always good. Let's try that again. Add Bluetooth device. Next step. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Not a lot happening here. Shall we try and use the actual Bluetooth part of the phone? Okay, so it does work, but it needs the Android. So if you're running Android 13, you need to go in and tell your app for the permissions. It needs to have access to nearby devices. If it doesn't have nearby devices, your Bluetooth will not find it. So there we go. EP S700 connecting, and there we are. And well, like the other ones, you can turn the AC on and off. The AC's on. You can hear the fans running in the background. Turn it off. USB, or not the USB, the DC, which turns on the USB as well. And LED lights. Ah, you can turn lights on and off. Okay, that's quite smart. I like that. And we've got the input and the output. Oh man, I could have done a screen capture, but there's not a lot to see on this. But it is actually nice that it does have it. You can see the runtime. We can plug things in. We can actually see the runtime of things. Okay, we've seen the insides. We've seen the batteries. We've seen these boardy bits. We can now, I'm just going to set the cover back on it. And now we're going to try and power something. Our first test, of course, is always the diesel heater. Can we run the portable Chinese diesel heater from this powery thing? So scoot you forward a bit. You come this way as well. You come back a bit. You come back here. Right there. And we'll get the diesel here in. It's still got some diesel in it. That's always good. One portable diesel here. You sit there. Don't touch anything. Shh. Stop rattling. And we'll plug in the cigarette lighter. Been robbed. Hold on. We will plug in the cigarette lighter into the side. If I can get it to open. Come on, please. There we go. Right. Cigarette lighter. In the side. DC's on. So, sitting at basically standby voltage. Says we've got 231 possible running hours. Right, I'm going to turn the DC on there. I'm going to... Right, can I switch between the two apps? Yes, we can switch between the two apps. Right, I'm going to fire this up. Press and hold to start. Press and hold. And then switch across to this. And then we're going to watch the output. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. If the diesel here decides to start in the background. Hello? No? Heating. Thank you. Okay, this time. Let's watch the output. 12 watts, 19 watts, 24, 35. We got to 35 watts and it gave up. That's not 10 amps, ladies and gentlemen. That is not 10 amps. Oh well. Right, so that failed that test. So that's another power bank that has failed to actually output 10 amps from the cigarette lighter like it says it's supposed to. They all say 10 amps on them, and so far, I believe only the Jackery and the Bluetti have actually managed to output the 10 amps they said they would output from the 12 volt supply. Well, I suppose that just leaves to check the mains power. Where is that? That's what I'm looking for. One of them. Plug that in. Turn on AC. You have to press and hold. Press and hold AC. Fire up. Can you see it on screen? Because I can't. Okay, what have we got? 221 volts, so 220 volts, 50 hertz. There is an option to change it between 50 and 60 in the app, but it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. Right, let's plug in our crappy light. Come, crappy light. Crappy light, let's just plug you in. Lights up, and that says 9.8. Now, 8.9 watts. Okay, they match. Good enough. 8.7 watts. 8 watts. Right, we'll give it that. Let's give it something more substantial. Man, that really didn't want to unplug. Where is my little heater that should hopefully overload this quite quickly? Apologies, I appear to have kicked the camera. Let me just make sure it's still pointed. Right, I'd really like to stop kicking the camera. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Apologise. Let's plug in the heater. I think it's off. Is it off? We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so we plug that in. And okay, first stage should be fan. Pure fan. 20 watts. Yep, 20 watts. And then we'll go to first heating stage. 225, 290. 418, these match, that's good. 500 watts, 600 watts. So 600 is what it's supposed to, is it 7? No, sorry, 700 is, there's overload. I mean, I expected the overload that time. Because this is just a 700 watt inverter with a 1400 watt surge. So that is a 1 kilowatt heater, so I kind of expected it to overload. That's fair enough, it did that. Right, I'm going to put those big ass screws back in the bottom of it and put it back together. Okay, we are all back together once again. So we should probably do an outside look at the box. So input for your, mains plug, like that one. That's the barrel style. That's an input. You've got an Anderson connection for input for your solar panels. That is the 12 volt cigarette lighter output that's not 10 amps. On the front we got two mains plugs, no earths, 2 lights, your display which shows your available runtime and charge and your power out and power in. We've got 3 normal USBs and a USB-C, and then 2 DC outputs, which it says does 5 amps each, but if we can't get the thing to do 10 amps, then they're not likely to do 5 amps each either. Might do 5 amp total. Because here's the thing, so 10 amps, 12 volts is 120 watts. We got it to go up to 40 watts and then it shit the bed. It's not a bad unit. I mean, it's actually got a Bluetooth module in it, so you can control it and do, I was going to say do other things. You can turn the bits on and off and turn the lights on and off, which is nice. They're actually not bad lights. There's a reasonable amount of light given off by them. We looked inside, there's no conformal coating, or wouldn't get this wet or leave it out in anywhere where it's going to get moisture or that in it, because that won't last very long. I'll probably turn the Bluetooth off now, seeing it's not super useful. It's not super useful to me at the moment. It would be if this was sitting somewhere doing something. I like the handle. I like the fact that it's very simple, that it locks with the grip. Simple things for simple people like me. I was going to say something else about this. What was the other thing I was going to say? Price. Right, let's do the price thing. I'm going to put this on screen. So this being, what should we say, is not a well-known brand. Let's go with not a well-known brand. So I went on Amazon to do a bit of Googling just to see these things. So I did some power stations. So these aren't in any particular order. I'm going to do this one first. So the ALLPOWER, this one, the ALLPOWERS A700, which this one is, gets you in at 76 pence per kilowatt hour. You know what I mean? Or watt, sorry. 76 pence per watt hour. Now, if we compare that to the Blue Yeti EB70, which is £1.01 per watt hour. The Jackery 500 is £1.07 per watt hour. The Power Oak AC30, 99 pence per watt hour. The EcoFlow River Pro 2, which is the brand newest one, is £1.04 per watt hour. And a random Awanfi one I found is 73 pence per watt hour. And the outlier amongst them, as you can see there, is the Power Oak EB240, which is still, even at its worst price just now of about £1,200, is still 54 pence per watt hour. And that bad boy was down at nearly £800 in one of the sales. So that's phenomenally good pricing for per watt hour in battery things. So even though this is a lesser well-known brand compared to the big three up there, it's still almost the same price per watt hour as the big brand names. So that's just something to think about, like if you're perhaps thinking of buying a power station. If you're wondering, should I just get a cheap one? Are the cheaper ones cheaper than the the big branded ones? It turns out no, they're not. They're almost all the same price at the moment. So yeah. You take away from that what you will. I won't say it, but you know what I'm thinking. If you have any questions, comments, etc., please leave them down below, and I will try my best to read them and answer them. And as always, thanks for watching.